Every year, the Financial Aid Office asks students to reapply for need-based aid, and many students find out that their aid has changed from year to year. While the reasons for aid changing can vary with different circumstances, we've broken the trends into 3 major categories. Let's take a look at the first one, financial changes. As you probably already know, the primary factor for determining need-based aid is a student and family's financial circumstances, income earned in a given tax year, and the value of assets at the time of application. As these factors fluctuate, so too can your need-based aid. Keeping this in mind, let's look at a few specific examples. Sometimes families make the decision to take an early withdrawal from their retirement accounts. While we don't consider retirement accounts as an asset when determining aid, we do consider retirement withdrawals as income that the family made. So if your family's taxes demonstrate that a retirement withdrawal has been made, you can expect that your need-based aid is going to be lower than a year when there were no withdrawals made. Let's look at a specific example. Along with cash and savings, the university also considers real estate equity as an asset when determining need-based aid. Equity is the difference between the value of a property and the debt owed on the property, and we factor it in for both your family's primary home and any other land or properties they own. Equity can change due to the property's value going up or down, or as a result of debt being paid off or accumulated. If there's a substantial change to your family's property's equity from year to year, you may see a change in your need-based aid. As we mentioned earlier, the main thing to remember is that as income and assets move one way, need eligibility moves the other way. Next up, let's consider changes that relate to family and size. Do you have any siblings? Are they at or near college age? If so, chances are you'll see a change to your need-based aid as they enter or leave college. Having a sibling in college can have a pretty big impact on aid eligibility. You may see a nice increase if your younger sibling enters college in the new year, or a decrease once they've graduated. We also account for the overall size of the family, since a larger a family is, the greater their living expenses will be. That being the case, if your older sibling moves out of the house, you might see a slight drop in your need-based eligibility. On the other hand, if there's a new baby in the household, you may see a slight increase in your eligibility. Did your family move since the last time you were applying for aid? Was it to another state? That can have an impact as well. Part of the financial aid formula accounts for estimated state and local taxes based on your zip code. The more your family pays in taxes, the less resources they have available to contribute to your education. With that being the case, moving from a low tax state to a high tax state may result in an increase to your need-based aid or vice versa. And don't forget, a new home will have different equity too. Lastly, let's consider some policy changes that can impact your financial aid. Both students and parents are responsible for contributing to the student's education here. While parents bear the primary responsibility, we expect students to help out as well. In that spirit, we have a minimum student income contribution that is part of your overall expected family contribution, based on the idea that students will work and earn over their summer breaks in order to help pay for the coming year's educational costs. Upper-class students have a higher minimum expectation than first-year students. This is because college students have longer summer breaks than most high schoolers, and thus have more opportunity to earn during the summer. Students who are eligible for need-based aid are offered federal subsidized loans as part of their package, along with scholarships, grants, and other sources funding. The federal policy has students' eligibility for subsidized loans increase after each of their first 2 years of college. Students are eligible for an additional $1,000 per year from their first year to sophomore year, with another $1,000 increase from sophomore to junior year. The university offsets these increases to need-based loans with decreases to need-based grants. Even if nothing else changes in their situation, sophomores and juniors can expect to see their loan eligibility increase and grant funding decrease in comparison to the year prior. As you may have sensed, there are a variety of factors and circumstances that cause need-based aid to change. No two situations are alike. What we hope is that we've gotten you to think about changes that are coming for your family, as well as changes that happen on our end so that you can be prepared. With that in mind, we also encourage you to check out our Financial Aid Handbook, which lays out our broader philosophy and policies in a concise and easy to understand guide. The more you know about our policies, the better equipped you'll be to address changes and challenges as they may arise. And of course, don't ever hesitate to stop by the office or reach out to your financial aid counselor if you have questions or concerns.